Hello and welcome to our special Composers Edition of World History Report. I'm Arthur and I'll be your host for the program. And today we will talk about a composer who started the modern period of classical music. It is his composition, Le Après Midi d'une Faune, Prelude to the Afternoon of a Faun, that is considered to be the very first modern piece of classical music. Claude Debussy. Born near Paris, France, on August 22nd, 1862, he started studying music very early, although his family was not musical at all. His first lessons on the piano were received from a former pupil of Chopin. And at 10 years old, he entered the Paris Conservatory. Debussy's music was very different from the typical music of his day. He was an innovator whose music broke every rule. He liked using some dissonant chords, unusual harmonies, a lot of pedals. His instrument was piano. Debussy's musical style is often called Impressionism. He was actually the first musician to be called an Impressionist, as the term was related to the visual arts. The first exhibition of Impressionist art took place in 1874 and included works by many of the painters who became representative of this new style. Claude Monet, Pierre-Auguste Renoir, Camille Pissarro. Debussy was only 12 at that time. During the 1890s, when he was beginning his career, many of the Impressionist artists were ending beards. But recognition of their work had just started to grow, and it seemed only logical that a musical counterpart for this movement of color and light was needed. The world was ready for it. They saw it, and now they needed to hear it, too. And Debussy was up for the challenge. He employs sounds as though they were colors and blends them in such a way as to literally paint a picture in tones. He uses chord progressions as so many shades and hues. He was well versed in ancient music and old scales of Gregorian Chant give his music free rhythm and peculiar richness. He uses beautiful harmonies as if painting with colorful rays of light. Once he said, "I prefer to hear a few notes from an Egyptian shepherd's flute, for he is in accord with the scenery and hears harmonies unknown to you." Musicians too seldom turn to the music inscribed in nature. It would benefit them more to watch a sunrise than to listen to a performance of the Pastoral Symphony. Go not to others for advice, but take counsel of the passing breezes, which relate the history of the world to those who can listen. His most famous compositions, Clair de Lune, or Moonlight, Golliwogg's Cakewalk, from a group of pieces for the piano called Children's Corner, and the opera Pelléas et Mélisande. It was the only opera he completed, but it was so successful that it led to the French musical craze called Debussyism. Well, I hope you enjoyed our World History Report on classical music of the modern period. Join us again for more classical music reports.